Hello students, we have started the lesson that is nothing but 7th lesson, energy flow in an ecosystem. So we have, before starting this lecture, I have told you what is ecosystem. In that we have studied about the food chain, then food web we have studied, then again trophic levels we have studied, again in energy of a pyramid also we have studied. Yesterday we have studied the trophic levels. So what is trophic level first? That we are going to see. Trophic level is nothing but each step into a energy, or you can say whenever into a food chain, you can say. That is, it is nothing but a particular step which is present in a food chain. That is called as a trophic level. So whenever you are seeing the trophic level, the trophic level starts with the producers. Here the producers are nothing but the plants. After that there is a first trophic level which is of a herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals are the animals which depend on the plants. Then comes the carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals lie in the second trophic level. Here carnivorous animals are dependent on the other animals. That means they are nothing but the flesh eaters. Then next comes the omnivorous animals. That is nothing but the third trophic level of the food chain, you can say. Here they are eating both herbivorous and carnivorous animals. These are called as apex consumers here, because no one is ready to eat that, or no one is, you can say, hunting that persons, or you can say that apex consumers. So this is nothing but the trophic level. Yesterday we have studied. After that we have studied the energy pyramid in an aquatic ecosystem. In that first we have seen that 1000 kilocalories energy is present in the phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons are nothing but the plants, they are growing into the ocean. Then comes the zooplanktons. Zooplanktons are nothing but the animals which are present in the, you can say, oceans. Now, next they are having the energy of about 1000 kilocalories. Next comes the fishes. Fishes are having about 100 kilocalories energy. Then comes the humans. Humans eats the fishes. Therefore, the humans comes next to the, you can say, fishes. So this way there is a energy, you can say, pyramid that we have seen yesterday. Now what we are going to see is today see. As we know that in food chain, one consumer is dependent on one another to have their food. That means each trophic level is there present, who is eating one another or who is depending on one another. But there is only one source, that is nothing but a sun, or you can say solar energy. It is playing a very important role in such case of a, you can say, your food chain, or you can say in your food web. So what is that? How is that we are going to see here? See here, the sun is the most important source of energy in any ecosystem. So what it is called? See here, sun is nothing but the most important source of energy in an ecosystem. That means each and every ecosystem depends upon sun. Why it depends upon sun? Because it is nothing but a source of energy, or it gives, the sun gives us solar energy, which is important for each and every ecosystem. Now see here next one, green plants of a ecosystem store some of the solar energy. Now here we know that green plants always need sun, or you can say solar energy. Why is that? Because the green plants prepare their food with the help of a solar energy. So what they are doing actually, they are taking the soil, they are taking the water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the surrounding, and in presence of the sunlight and chlorophyll, what they are doing? They are preparing their food, and this process is called as a photosynthesis process. So green plants need the, you can say, or they store solar energy because they need this solar energy. And what they are doing? They are converting this energy, light energy, into the chemical form. And whenever it is converted into chemical form, we are getting actually the food which is prepared by the trees. Then see, in the form of the food. Therefore, reaching the decomposers, this energy is passed from one trophic level to the next. Now, what does this statement tells us? Before this, we have seen that green plants has one role into this, you can say, food chain. Now, and for green plants, there is an important, that is nothing but a solar energy. Now, whenever the green plants absorb the solar energy, they prepare their food. This food is, you can say, taken by the grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by the frogs. Frogs are eaten by the snakes. Snakes are eaten by the eagle, or you can say kite. Then eagle is not eaten by any another, you can say, any another consumer, because it is the apex consumer. Only decomposers decompose it. Now, before reaching the decomposers, this energy is passed from one trophic level to the next. We have seen that there are various trophic levels. In such cases, we have seen the first trophic level, second trophic level, third trophic level, where we have seen that plants are nothing but the producers. Herbivorous are the first trophic level. Then second trophic level is nothing but the carnivorous, and third trophic level is nothing but the omnivorous. These types of the, you can say, trophic levels we have seen. But whenever the trophic levels are passed from one type to the another, you can say, that means here the energy is also passed. The energy which is absorbed from the plant, it is also passed from one trophic level to the next. Now, decomposers, the apex consumers which are not killed by anybody, or after their death they decompose. Now, what happens whenever they are decomposing, that we are going to see. See here. Decomposers dissipate some amount of energy in the form of a heat. We know that in the food chain, the sum of the energy is passed from sun to the grasshopper, from grasshopper to the, you can say, frog, from frog to the snake, from snake to the eagle, then from eagle to the decomposers. That means this energy is passed from one consumer to the other consumer. So what happens actually? Whenever this energy is absorbed by one consumer to the another consumer, some amount of energy is liberated, or you can say it is given out in the form of a heat. Now whenever it is given in the form of a heat, what happens? They are actually losing this heat. How they are losing this heat, or how they are losing this energy? Because they need the energy to do some of their works, and whenever they do this work, after doing the work, heat is liberated. Now see, however, no part of the energy ever returns to the sun. So no part of the energy is going to ever return to the sun. So hence passage of energy is referred to as one-way transport. That means it is a one-way transport. From sun, it is given to the, you can say, from sun to the plants, from plants to the insects, from insects to the, you can say, amphibians, from amphibians to the reptiles, then again from reptiles to the birds. It is given, no doubt, but it is a one way, because after decomposer, the energy is not returned to the sun, or you can say from plants, it is not returned to the sun. Therefore, we refer it as a one-way transport. Now, why are the number of the tertiary consumers, that is apex carnivorous? Apex carnivorous are the animals to whom nobody is going to hunt or nobody is going to kill. They only die after their death. They are only decomposed. Such types of consumers are called as apex consumers, or you can say apex carnivores. Now, why are the number of the tertiary consumers, that is apex carnivores, always less those of the other consumers? The other consumers are more in, you can say, number, because like that the other consumers, the consumers which consume the food, or you can say which consume the other animals, their number is also more, but the number of the apex carnivores is less because only little, you can say little number of them can have a more amount of food, or more amount of you can say whatever the things, eating things are there, they need a more amount of food and they can consume that food in a more amount. Now next we are going to see the decomposers role. So decomposers are also playing their one important role in, you can say, food chain or in the energy pyramid. So what is that here? Decomposers like fungi and other microbes. These fungi and microbes, they are present in the soil. What they are doing actually? They are decomposing the dead organisms. That means they are depending on the dead organism. After the death of the apex consumers, they are depending upon this, you can say, dead body. So we call them as a dead organisms. And what they do, they not only depend on them, but they obtain their food from these dead organisms. These decomposers convert complex organic substances into simple carbon form, or you can say simple carbon compounds. So what they are doing? Actually they are depending means what? They cannot swallow this whole body, or they cannot eat this whole body. For that purpose, what are the complex substances present in the body? They are converted first into the simpler form, and then they are digested by the, you can say, decomposers, because decomposers are very minute in size. Therefore, we have to, their digestive system is not so, you can say, proper. So for that reason, they have to convert the complex organic substances into the simpler form so that they can digest it very easily. So for that purpose, they digest the complex organic substance. These carbon compounds easily mixes with the, you can say, air. Now what happened? The conversion of the complex compound is done into the simpler form, and these simpler carbon compounds further mix with the air, or you can say with the water and with the soil, and from where they are again absorbed by the plants, because we know plant needs air because it needs carbon dioxide, it needs water because it always, you can say, takes water from the soil, then again it needs soil to keep its root fixed or to support the plant. So all these things are absorbed by the plants and incorporated into the food chain. In today's lecture, we have seen about the decomposers and also the energies in, you can say, one-way transport. This we have seen, and in this lecture we have also studied the previous part, that is nothing but the energy pyramid, or you can say trophic levels of the consumers.